Hi, welcome along to Arsenal Fan TV, and this is the aftermath. Well, we're out of the Champions League for another season, but I've got to say, last night's performance at the Allianz Arena by Arsenal was unbelievable. To go to Germany, to the Allianz Arena on their own turf and beat them 2-0 was an extraordinary result. I mean, I didn't expect that in a million years, trust me. I was just thinking to myself, let's just go there and even come away with a draw or something and pride restored. But they went there and they did what we've been harking on about for so many weeks. They went there and they put in a brilliant defensive performance. The defensive performance last night was exceptional. I mean, first of all, I've got to credit Arsene Wenger. People have been giving Wenger stick after stick after stick. He took two big decisions yesterday. He dropped Szczesny, who's been playing terribly over the past 4 or 5 weeks. And he dropped Vermaelen, who's also been poor. I mean, Vermaelen was really the player that cost us in the first leg. Dropped our captain. Now, those were big decisions that Wenger made. And then there was all these ridiculous rumours flying around. He's going to play a weakened team and blah, blah, blah. He goes out there, puts that team together yesterday, and the team defended brilliantly. Koscielny, brilliant. Mertesacker was excellent. The two fullbacks last night, Jenkinson and Gibbs, were outstanding. The difference between yesterday and the first leg, the balance of the defence was just perfect. The way they defended. I mean, if you look at the game and you analyse it, most of Bayern's shots, even though they had a lot of shots in the stats, most of their shots were just long-range, hopeful shots. Brilliant, brilliant defending by Arsenal last night. Fabianski in goal. Listen, when I heard that he was playing, I was thinking, oh, no, not Flapianski. He's going to be there. And he was awesome last night. And he deserves to keep his place against Swansea because he came for the ball, he called, he was solid. Really, really good defensive performance last night. If anything, I think the midfield was lacking. They gave the ball away too much, distributed it a bit better. We would have done that 3. We would have got 3 or 4 in that game because, trust me, Bayern Munich looked rattled. And what that showed us yesterday is Arsenal are still a major force in Europe. We're still a major force. It's just that we need to add a couple of world-class players to that squad. Everything we've been saying since the start of the season was all there to see. We need to defend. If we defend, we can beat anybody. We saw that last night. If we have a couple of world-class players in that team, we can beat anybody. We saw that last night. We just need a few more ingredients to that squad. 3 to 4 world-class players, and we will be taking on Bayern Munich toe-to-toe, and we will deal with them and Barcelona's, and that we'll be able to go toe-to-toe with all of those teams. And I just hope that after seeing that game last night, Arsene Wenger and the board realise that just invest that more and get that defence tight, and we will be a challenge for anybody. And the thing that upset me is that, because we watched the game at a local, we watched at the Tollington. Anybody who goes to watch Arsenal, you know the Tollington pub. That's where we watched the game last night. And what upset me is that I really got a chance to look at some of the commentators on TV and that was saying. When I heard Graham Souness disrespecting Arsenal, oh yeah, well Bayern Munich never really played. And listen, Bayern Munich want to go through to the next round. Bayern Munich were rattled last night. Give Arsenal and Arsene Wenger some credit for that performance. I mean, some of these radio stations, even today, they got Piers Morgan on to come and they was all prepared to come and disrespect Arsenal. Well, listen, I think that performance yesterday could be a little bit of a turning point. Not a major, but a little bit of a turning point for Arsenal where they can kick on from this. They've showed that they can defend. They need to go and do that on Saturday against Swansea and for the rest of the season. And if they defend like that, I'm convinced we'll get top 4 because we always score goals. Nobody had scored against Bayern Munich for God knows how long. We just put 3 past them over 2 legs. We always score goals. The problem with Arsenal this season and last season has been our poor defending, that we'll play teams off the park and then we'll just literally give away goals. And if we can solve that, we are going to be a force to be reckoned with. But proud of last night's performance. Let me get into the tweets. It's good to say a few positive things for once, isn't it? It's nice. Even though we are out. Don't forget that we are out. Bipolar Arsenal again. Negative to positive, positive to negative. Anyway, let me get into the tweets. Mohammed Al Ansari said, this is the best defensive performance of the season by Arsenal. Outstanding. I'm proud of what the lads did. William says, unlucky today for the lads. Good sign for the rest of the season if we play like that. Exactly. Hasib Wally says, Arteta is not a leader. He wasted 5 important minutes giving away intentional fouls. What a shame. Arteta at the end of that game, yeah, I don't know, he played well. And then I don't know, it was frustrating me at the end of the game. And the referee last night, oh my God. What a whistle-happy referee. He blew up for everything. Every minute, whistle, whistle, whistle. And the Bayern Munich players saw that. And players like Iron Robin, who all you've got to do is go, and they fall over. They played into their hands. They just fell over at every opportunity, tried to slow the game down. And then when the game finished, 3 minutes of added time. I mean, it was diabolical. Marco Leonardi says, I hope we keep the same back 5 for Swansea. No disrespect to Wojciech Szczesny or Thomas Vermaelen. This was the best we've looked at the back for a long time. I agree with that. Leighton Sydney says, thought the team lacked confidence. Starting to think we may be the opposite. Maybe it's arrogance, he's saying, why we only start to play once it's too late. Okay. Curtis Barton says, missing. Iron Robin, last seen in Carl Jenkinson's back pocket. Man of the match, he says, Jenkinson. Jenkinson was awesome last night. Gooner says, most impressed with the defending last night. If we can keep up that standard for the rest of the season, we might just get 4th. L. Dot says, very proud of the team last night. We should play every game like that, and hopefully this result will help us to end the season strongly. Gooner Charlie says, thought it was a good performance from everyone, but the back 5 stood out. And Danny Abbott says, very pleased with the defence and goalkeeper. Actually looks solid at the back for once. The same back 5 must start against Swansea. And I agree with that 100%. How many times this season have we said that Arsenal looks solid at the back? I think it's only right at the beginning of the season. People were saying, yeah, we look solid. Steve Ball's come in. And then we just reverted back to old Arsenal, where we were just leaky. I hope that this is going to be how we defend from now till the end of the season. If we do that, we can finish into that top 4. But unfortunately, we are out. We are out of the Champions League. So guys, let's get back in there for next season. I mean, I was just happy last night to see us challenging with a team like Bayern Munich, going on the same level as them and beating them in their own backyard. I was just proud to see that last night. This is what I want to see from an Arsenal team. I'm not saying that we're going to win this cup and that cup. I just want to be in there challenging with the best of them. And that's what we did last night. And I was very proud of that. Don't forget, check out some of the videos from last night. We had some great videos. There's one fan last night. He was unbelievable. He's a Wenger out fan, a very strong Wenger out fan, and he had some strong words to say after the game, even when everybody was sort of on a high and patting Wenger on the back. He weren't having any of it. You've got to check out that video. I'll tell you, it was killing me. I was watching it again today. It's killing me with laughter, that guy, the Wenger out fan. Make sure you check out all of the videos from last night on the Bayern Munich game. Don't forget, this week, Saturday, we're going to Wales. We're on our way to Wales. Swansea away. Very, very important game for Arsenal. If not just that, it's probably more important than last night. We've got to win that game. Put heat back on Spurs. If we can put the heat back on Spurs and Chelsea with a win, that is when we start to chip away and crack away. Very important that we win that game. Keep sending us pictures into us from Instagram. We've been loving all the material you've been sending us. And any material you've got in general. You go to a game, you film any little clips and that. Send it to us on Arsenal Fan TV. We love sharing it with all of the fans. Trust me, and fans love watching it. Thanks for listening for watching the Aftermath today. It's been good to be back. It's been good to be talking about football. Last week there was nothing to do. Out of the FA Cup. Now we're out of the Champions League. No game next week. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. But thanks for listening to Arsenal Fan TV. This is the Aftermath. Hey, it's all about top 4, top 3.